New York and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Guys, Mac Miller has a new album coming out a little over a year since we lost him to a drug overdose. It's going to be called Circles. This is really, really dope. So it was posted to Mac's official Instagram account announcing that it's set to be released on January 17th. 2 days before what would have been his 28th birthday. It's bittersweet. But do you have any more info? I know you're close to the family, Rosenberg.
Well, they had a little private thing around the album a couple of months ago, the Mac team. And I went and listened to it, and it's a perfect companion to swimming. So originally, he had the ideas together, swimming and circles, and the idea was swimming in circles. That's what the concept of both albums were. So it feels like a continuation of swimming. So
nice.
First of all, if you've never sat with Mac's album Swimming, I really recommend it for if you love music, rap and music. And this just feels like a continuation, and it is bittersweet because there's emotional things to the album, and you really feel his presence on it. And so it is hard, and I reached out to his mom yesterday, Karen. It's hard for them, to do this. They've done such a great job protecting his legacy. They're not. Do you know how much material Mac has? Mac is like friggin' Tupac or Wayne. Mac has music. Mac has hundreds of songs, and they haven't let anything get out. They've really kept it completely close. And from the first time I talked to them, the only thing I ever stressed to them was like, you have an opportunity to do this better than other people who have passed away. Families have done it before. The Tupac estate got a little crazy. We can't name.
They didn't own a lot of stuff.
Right. It wasn't. I don't know whose fault it was specifically. I'm not saying it was his mom's fault, but like whoever was in charge, there was confusion, and it happened with Dilla's estate too. Among the confusion of an estate, someone releases one project, someone else releases another project.
Because you got deals with a label, you got songs you gave to an artist, you got songs you did for this thing.
So you have to. Mac had. There were different people involved in Mac's life too, but I think people really came together to figure out how to make it work. So you have an opportunity over time to really allow his legacy to continue to go by putting out proper albums that make sense. This is a complete album. They're supposed
and also Clancy, who was involved there, who also worked with Tyler and, other people.
Yeah, he had a very specific management team who cared for him like family, and they're not going to let it go whack. And so this album was almost complete. Ebro, I'm sure you've heard about it too.
I've heard the whole thing.
So this album was basically, he had like a couple of things that he would have tweaked the way artists would, but it's basically done.
It's been done for a while. I think what people have to realize as fans of music, whether it's, Nipsey Hussle's legacy, Mac Miller, and any individual that we've lost, right? Because they're public figures and we're fans. Remember, this is somebody's son, brother,
yes, of course,
husband, father, whatever. And because they're public figures, they have to relive this trauma over and over again. So putting out more music means that they have to relive the fact that they've lost their loved one yet again in the news with people's opinions of the art over and over again. And have they even had time to heal?
Well, and in the case of the McCormicks, like Mac's family, this isn't long ago. I mean, God forbid, unfortunately, for anyone who's listening who lost someone tragically young, a little over a year is no time. This is very early in the process.
Especially when they're stolen.
And they were completely stolen away from you. Mac did not want to die. Mac was not sick. Mac randomly took bad drugs and died, So they're still coping with this. But I think they thought timeline-wise, it's been 2 years now, Ebro, by the time it comes out, about 2 years, not a year and a half since Swimming. Because Swimming came out right before he died. He died in September. Yeah. He died in September, and it had come out a month earlier. So it'll end up being a year and a half between albums. And so I guess they thought it was the right fit. But it's a really great album. It comes out the 17th.
Yeah.
So people are really going to love it.